gardening and prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this evening. I am planning to make a wonderful recipe that last time I made it, everybody went crazy about it. They were actually taking bread and sopping up the juice from this pasta salad. So my bowl pretty much was clean by the time we were done. So with that being said, this is a very interesting pasta salad. It is a dill pickle pasta salad. It is meatless, so this could be very interesting because I know there's bound to be somebody out there who would love to have this recipe, and I figured since I was making it, might as well do a video on it as well. It's a very simple but yet very good pasta salad. And I am heading down to my dear sister's Angela's Halloween party, and we're going to have a bonfire, hot dogs, hamburgers, you name it. So I don't go somewhere empty-handed. She told me just bring us some drinks, our chairs, and come to have a good time. I'm Southern. I don't go anywhere empty-handed, y'all. You always take food no matter what. So I'm making this pasta salad again. Now, granted, I will be telling y'all the single recipe. I am going to be quadrupling this recipe like I did last time, because I know to take quite a bit with me. So let's get started. Now I already have my big pot of salted and olive oiled water getting ready to boil. And I'm giving you the single batch recipe, and I will put it in the description box below. You're going to need a half a pound of medium shell pasta. And thankfully I only have to use 2 boxes because each box is a pound. You're going to want a quarter of an onion diced finely. I'm just going to use the whole onion. Now you can use Vidalia, you can use yellow onions. I'm not big on the white onions, or you could use red onions. Now, me being me, dill pickles. Dill pickle pasta salad. I don't like sweet pickles. So, dill pickle slices. And you're going to need, I got my cheat sheet over here. I'll go into amounts when we get to cutting it up. You're going to need some fresh dill. I found some at the store. Luckily, I got 2 packages of it. And of course, pickle juice. And you make a dressing. Oh, and shredded cheddar cheese, medium or sharp. I mix them both. Now, there's a dressing that goes with this that you mix in it. And it's a mixture of real mayonnaise, not that Miracle Whip stuff. Yuck. That's salad dressing. That's not mayonnaise. Sour cream, pickle juice, and I don't add any salt to this recipe because there's plenty of salt in the pickles and the mayonnaise. I'm going to add pepper, some parsley, and some garlic powder. So, let's get busy. Hold on a minute, I'm going to cut my water off. It's ready already. I like to get all my cutting and dicing done before I start cooking the pasta. So, cut the water off. And you want your onion diced as finely as possible. You could use a food processor. I just don't like using it because it makes the onion really juicy. And you just get your onions as fine diced as possible. They don't have to be perfect. I'm going to scoot them over. I want to make sure I take plenty. Because last time it went really fast. I got a little spoonful of it. And it was a huge bowl of it. Like I said, don't worry about it being perfectly diced because the pickle juice will break the onions down quite a bit. Now here comes the fun part here. Ah, my hand's wet. Hold on a minute. Man, that jar was closed tight, y'all. And I find that the sliced pickles are usually easier to cut up. And they're making a show out of themselves. In a single batch recipe, you're going to want 3/4 of a cup of pickles. And there's one batch of pickles. Now, I will warn you, there they are. To keep messes down, you're going to want to have a paper towel to catch most of the juice. And don't pour your juice out of your jar because you're going to need all that juice. Now, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me cut all these pickles up. I will bring you right back. Alright, got the pickles all chopped up. I got the onions chopped up. Now we're going to chop the dill up. And this makes the salad so pretty. And I'm just going to snip it as small as possible. And I snip it on top of everything because, yeah, it likes to stick to the cutting board. And in the single batch recipe, you're going to want 2 tablespoons of fresh dill. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. Alright, train's fixing to roll through way over there, and y'all will hear it. I'll bring you right back. Okay, with everything already diced up, I'm going to go in and get the rest of the ingredients, and the train still toots. I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients to mix up the dressing that goes on the pasta salad, and I'll bring y'all back here in just a little bit. Oh, and I'm going to go on and start my pasta when I come back in. I'll see you back here in a bit. Okay, I have my pasta cooking. I've stirred it into the point where it's safe to not stir it for a little bit. Now we're going to work on our sauce. Now you want to cook your pasta till it's al dente. You do not want it soft because that's going to mess it all up. And I got to go get my spoon. Be right back. Okay. We'll start with our mayonnaise. And I tell you, I walked out and come back in, and it smells interesting. You could smell the onions and the pickles. Stronger than I expected. But it smelled good, y'all. If there was ever a southern recipe, this is it. This is definitely it. Okay, now for an original recipe, single batch, you're going to want 2/3 a cup of mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise. Unfortunately, this was the only mayonnaise that was in the store. It's good, but I prefer my Hellmann's or my Blue Plate. But I'm going to make it work. And I'm going to eyeball this. And that's going to be plenty for 4 quadruple batch. You're going to want to wipe your spoon off so there's no, and since it's for family, I'm not really worried about over hyper being careful, but you still want to be careful enough that there's no cross-contamination. Now, sour cream, of course, you always want to stir it up real good. And you're going to want 1/3 of a cup of it. 1. Oh, it smells so good. 2, 3, and a 4. And of course, I ran off and left my parsley, but I got everything else. So I'm going to add my pepper. Not adding any salt, because believe me, y'all, it's going to be way enough salty. And we're and yes, I washed my hands while I was in the house. 1 tablespoon. 2 big tablespoons of garlic powder. Go on. And you're going to want, of course, some pickle juice. I'm just going to pour it in there. The recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of pickle juice. And I'm going to cut up some of this leftover dill into the dressing. As you know, there's just not enough dill flavor in this. And plus the green makes it pretty. Oh, y'all. Yeah. That tastes so good. And of course, when the pasta's done, which should be here very soon, I'm going to go drain it. You want to drain it and rinse it with cold water to stop the cooking. You don't want it soft. You want it al dente to the taste or to the tooth. Because you want it to hold up in the pasta salad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drain these noodles because I know they're ready. I'm going to grab the shredded cheese and we're going to come back and mix this all up. I'll see you here in a bit. Now comes the fun part of mixing it up. I realized after I drained the pasta, I'm like going, oh no. Yeah, I made a way bigger batch last time. So this is just going to have to work. Now, the recipe calls for a half a cup of pickle juice for the single batch. I'm going to just use what I have here. And then I'm going to taste it after I get everything mixed in. And if it needs more pickle oomph, the juice will go in. Now I do it in layers. That way I know for a fact it gets all mixed in really good. Okay, that's just a hair over half the dressing. And I'm going to put, it calls for 2/3 of a cup of cheese. Of course, I'm going to eyeball it because it's family. You want to make sure they have, you know, plenty of cheese. And that was mild shredded cheddar. And I'm going to put a little bit, just for contrast, some sharp shredded cheddar. Give it a little oomph. Now comes the diced pickles, the onions, and the dill. And we're going to try to do this gracefully. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. And like I said, you want to make sure that your pasta is cool, because you do not want your cheese to melt at all. Now this pasta salad is best if you let it set overnight and part of the next day. That way the flavors meld. And let me tell you, it smells so good. I know it sounds weird as can be, but it smells so wonderful. And yep, the pasta is going to soak in a lot of the sauce. This is the night for weird noises. Another handful of cheese, of the mild cheddar, another handful of the sharp, uh-oh, don't want to miss none. Like I said, this is a quadruple batch. I'm going to a family gathering. I would not think I wouldn't do a single batch of this pasta salad to go to a family gathering. Now, a single or a double batch would be fine for a family dinner at home. Let me add a little bit, and it's messy. But, oh, it smells so good. I got my parsley in my pocket because I didn't want to forget it. Parsley helps with digestion, and it makes it pretty. And it combines really nicely with the dill. I just saw a piece of pickle that thought it was going to escape. Whew, it's done got hot. We went from freezing now to burning up. Oh, that's beautiful. And of course now you're going to want to stir it several times to make sure that everything gets mixed all beautifully together. Of course, I'm going to taste it now. It'll taste better in the morning, of course, because it's overnight. Yeah, it needs just a little more pickle juice. Not much. But you get the twang of the sharp cheese, the twang of the pickles. It definitely does not need salt. And that's going to be a beautiful pasta salad. Alright, give me just a minute. Simple, easy, and homemade and delicious, y'all. Now, of course, if you have homemade dill pickles, chop them up. I can't tell you what sweet pickles would taste like because, you know, I don't like sweet pickles. But I'm looking forward to seeing how long this lasts. I'm going to let it sit in the fridge overnight. Tomorrow at 6 is the party. I'm going to leave it in my pot because it's easier to carry and travel with. And we have a little ways to go down in Mississippi. I hope this video encourages you to try this amazing pasta salad. You can't help but tell it's southern because, you know, it's pickles, it's cheese, it's pasta, and it's good. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will answer them as soon as possible. Everyone, gather with your family as often as you can. And show love as often as you can. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Y'all stay safe, stay sound, continue to stock your pantries, and stay positive above all else. We got this. We're in this together. Everyone, take care. May you each be blessed, and I'll see you soon.